Hello students, continuing our FMT PYQ series. One of the important SAQ which is frequently asked is on carbon monoxide poisoning. It is highly probable that one of the two poisoning would be asked from in your examination. Either it would be organophosphorus poisoning or it can be carbon monoxide poisoning. These are very examiner favorite because they are not that difficult and they cover all the aspects. So let us see. Always write an introduction. So what would be the introduction? Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless and tasteless gas produced by incomplete combustion of carbon containing substances. It is a common cause of accidental and suicidal poisoning. You might have seen that there are some places, confined places, where some chemical process is going on, some burning is taking place, but there is no proper ventilation. So there, if a person is staying there for a prolonged period of time, there might be a chance that he ingests carbon monoxide unknowingly. And what is the mechanism? How does it cause problems? Carbon monoxide has one very specific quality, that its affinity to hemoglobin is 200 times more than that of oxygen, meaning the attraction between oxygen and hemoglobin is 1x, and between carbon monoxide and hemoglobin is 200x. So if the amount of carbon monoxide suddenly increases, it changes all internal procedures. It goes inside the body, it binds with the hemoglobin and forms a compound which is called carboxyhemoglobin. So why is it harmful? Because earlier this hemoglobin was being attached to oxygen and normal tissue respiration was taking place. Tissue oxygenation was taking place. But since now there is carboxy, it is leading to reduced oxygen capacity of blood. And what happens when less oxygen will be present in the blood? It will lead to tissue hypoxia. What are the signs and symptoms? There are two signs and symptoms. One is on brief exposure or acute exposure. Person would feel headache, dizziness, confusion, nausea, and vomiting. And if the exposure is slightly longer, what he would feel? Dyspnea, unconsciousness, even leading to coma and death. However, advanced symptoms are only present in the cases where the exposure is a lot more. What is the classical feature? You will find cherry red discoloration of skin and blood. Cherry red discoloration point is frequently asked in the MCQ. So if the examiner is not giving you SAQ on carbon monoxide poisoning, it is highly probable that it would be asked that which poison leads to cherry red color. So you have to write carbon monoxide. Now management is slightly tricky. You need to get it point. What is the problem happening? That there is formation of carboxyhemoglobin. Why it is being formed? Because it has high affinity to hemoglobin as compared to oxygen. So you have to first remove the person from source of exposure. Basically, if he is present in a room where there is a lot of carbon monoxide, you have to remove him from there, or something which is producing a lot of carbon monoxide forms, you have to remove from this place. So first is removing source of exposure. Second is that oxygen by itself is the antidote for carbon monoxide. Okay, this is a trick question. You would be asked that how to antidote carbon monoxide poisoning. You have to write 100% oxygen. Room oxygen will not work. The person needs to be provided 100% oxygen by surgical instruments that will break the affinity between carbon monoxide and hemoglobin, thereby replacing oxygen, which will lead to tissue oxygenation. Okay, if the poisoning has been very severe, you will have to provide hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Basically, hyperbaric oxygen therapy is there is a controlled chamber, more like a capsule you might have seen in movies, where the machine helps to in the intake of oxygen. Okay, so uh, ma- we will concise the points. First is remove source from exposure. Second, administration of 100% oxygen. Third is hyperbaric oxygen therapy if needed, if the case is known. What are the medical legal aspects? It is commonly occurs in confined spaces, may be seen in faulty heaters, exhaust fumes, and fire accidents. So it can be accidental or suicidal. Generally, accidental cases are more there because the person doesn't know, since it is a tasteless and odorless gas. So, what is the conclusion? Carbon monoxide poisoning is a life threatening condition characterized by the formation of carboxyhemoglobin and tissue hypoxia. Early recognition and prompt oxygen therapy are crucial for survival.